of the Lucas Oil Power Eye Wingless Auto Racing Series, just as we had last night at US 36 Raceway, where Terry Badd picks up the win last night, and it was Terry Richards second, and third was Chris Parkinson, who is joining us right now. But the big news with Chris Parkinson is not necessarily what happened last night, but what happened last Saturday night out at Valley Speedway, where he started dead last and worked his way through the field and pulled off a very impressive victory at Valley Speedway last Saturday night for the Valley Sprints. He's joining us right now. We've got that video up on RacinBoys.com, by the way, so you can take a look at that. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Man, you got things running pretty well here right now. Even though you didn't win last night, you still had a fast race car. Congratulations, too, by that win last Saturday night. What's been the big turnaround for you?
We've changed a couple things in the program. We kind of put some time and effort into a motor package and got some good horsepower under us. We've been there all year, guys. I mean, it's been kind of a struggle. The war deal started out, as a predominantly 360 thing, and the 360s were good when the 305s and 360s were around, and this is basically kind of turned into a lower class USAC deal, for lack of better terms. And you've got to have a good motor. So we've got some good power plants under us, and that's really been the key turnaround point.
Hey, Chris, this is Scott. I'm up here in Nashville. Let me ask you, is it good or bad, the direction that it's going? I mean, the racing's great. The car counts are up, right? So I'm not saying that the action is bad, but, the original philosophy, as you mentioned, was to kind of keep it lower buck. Not low buck, but lower buck than a USAC 410 sprint car. But now we see so many guys buying 410s, buying really good 360s. Not very many 305s. I think Rob still runs his. I don't know. Maybe there's a few of them that still run them. Are you cool with where it's at right now compared to where it was at when you won the championship?
Well, yes and no. I mean, don't get me wrong. And Scott, you've been around this long enough. I mean, I think all of us have been around this long enough to know that when you watch a sport evolve, it for the better. It's gonna end up taking more money. It's gonna take more time and effort. I mean, not to beat around the bush on that, but if you think about it, when 360 started at Knoxville, if I recall, when I was younger, it was a spec steel right rear wheel with a spec wing and a spec tire, and it evolved, and now you have your ASCS, quote unquote, your 360 car. So, am I okay with it? Not really, but I didn't want to be forced into doing or purchasing this to keep it going, but